our frame rail right here. We're going to make sure that it has no illegal welds. It's securely mounted, no missing hardware, along with our cross members. And this one. Drive axles, we're going to check that the tires are wearing evenly. There's no ABC, abrasions, bulges, cuts. No less than 2/32 of an inch of tread depth on the drive axle tires. I'm going to check my bud spacing in between the wheels. Make sure that it is evenly spaced, that our wheels are touching way down there and our tires are not, and they're evenly spaced, free of obstruction. I'm going to check the tire pressure of each tire and make sure that the valve stems and caps are securely mounted, not leaking, and in place, no missing hardware. Back here on the drive axles, I'm going to check everything the same, make sure that the wheel has no illegal welds, repairs. I'm going to check the axle seal. The back drive axles are axle seals. The front steering tires are hub seals. The back ones have grease. The front ones have oil or fluid. We're going to check the shock absorber. Make sure it is not leaking, securely mounted, not bent, broken, or cracked, no missing hardware, and all the bushings look like in good condition. Now to the suspension in the back. This has leaf springs and air ride airbag. So we're going to check the leaf springs the same as we did before. Check our airbag for our air suspension. Make sure it's not bent, broken, or cracked. It's not leaking. It has no abrasions, bulges, or cuts because it is a thick rubber. Here we have another airbag. So same thing, ABC, abrasions, bulges, or cuts. It's not leaking. And I hope you can hear me over these trucks. I should have brought my microphone. Okay, so here we have the fifth wheel sliding plate. Make sure it is properly greased. And there's no trailer here, but just pretend there isn't, okay? So with the trailer coupled, you don't want any gap between the apron and the fifth wheel sliding plate. This entire piece from here to here is the apron. That is the kingpin. The skinny part in the middle is the shank. That's what the jaws lock around when you couple securely to your trailer. Here we have our fifth wheel sliding plate that attaches to the frame. Make sure it is not bent, broken, or cracked. Make sure there's no missing hardware. Make sure that the locking pins are securely locked in place so your fifth wheel doesn't slide forward or backward. Make sure that the air lines for the locking jaws and the fifth wheel mechanism are not leaking. There's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. And your jaws are completely locked around the shank of your kingpin. Here's where the locking jaws lock around the shank going in right here of the kingpin. And over behind here, here's the locking jaw release arm. Make sure it is in the secure locked position. In the back of the tractor, we have our mud flaps and our mounting brackets. Make sure that the mud flaps are not dragging on the road and that the mounts are securely mounted, no missing hardware. We'll get to all the lights at the end. When your trailer's coupled to your fifth wheel, you want to make sure that there's enough space between your mud flap mounting brackets and your landing gear of your trailer to make turns. I've heard horror stories about landing gear not having enough room in tight turns and bending the landing gear triangles or the mud flaps. Alright, so back here we have the trailer bulkhead. Make sure it is in good condition. It's not bent, broken, or cracked. It does not have any missing panels or missing rivets. Let's make sure this thing is fastened securely to the tractor so we don't have a 40,000-pound trailer crushing a smart car. On the side of your trailer, you want to make sure it doesn't have any missing panels or rivets, no holes. Make sure your DOT reflective tape covers at least 50% of the length of the trailer and that it's the proper color, reflective red and silver. Underneath the trailer, we want to check to make sure there's no holes in the floor of the trailer and that the cross members are securely mounted, not bent, broken, or cracked. Okay, over here at the landing gear of the trailer, we want to make sure if we're driving away that our landing gear feet down here are in the fully upright locked position and that our landing gear crank arm is in the fully locked stowaway position, which would be in this clip right here. to make sure that our landing gear is not bent, broken, or cracked. There's no missing hardware. Triangles of your landing gear are not bent, broken, or cracked. Here we are at the rear of the trailer, the rear two axles. We want to check our sliding tandem, make sure that it is in good condition. It's not bent, broken, or cracked. There's no missing hardware. The sliding tandem locking pin release arm is in the stowaway locked position. Okay, so at the rear of the trailer, we're going to check our ID clearance lights, make sure they're the proper color, which I guess is red here, but sometimes I hear amber, depending on the view with the trailer. This is a city gate. City gates open up and down. The highway gates open like regular doors, left to right. We're going to make sure that it is securely locked, no missing hardware, it's not bent, broken, or cracked. Same with the hinges. We're going to make sure that our DOT reflective tape is across the entire length of the back and the bumper, and it's the proper color, which is red and silver. Okay, so we're almost done here. Now we're going to check all of our lights, right? So we're going to have someone inside. We're going to have someone inside the cab operating the lights. We're going to check our brake lights, which is the two inner ones back here, and they're the proper color red. Next, we're going to check our left turn or right turn indicator and our left turn indicator. Make sure that they are working properly. We're going to check our four-way hazards. They're going to push the four-way hazard light. We're going to make sure that they're all blinking properly. We're going to check our running lights, make sure they're operating properly, and our clearance lights up here at the top. Okay, still over here at the rear of the trailer, we're going to check our ABS light. This is the light that it has the indicator on the dash. You want it to come on and then come off. We want to make sure that this is working, comes on when we first turn it on, and it comes off. Okay, I hope this isn't too windy, but this is the only day to record. So, here right in the middle of the trailer, you want to make sure all your reflectors of your trailer are securely mounted, not missing, and they're the proper color. And in the middle of the trailer, you have your light. Make sure it's free, clean of debris, cleanish. And it is the proper color amber, and this operates as your left turn indicator. On the other side, your right turn indicator, your four-way flashers, and your running lights, I believe. Over here at the front of the trailer, we have our reflectors. They're securely mounted, not missing. They're the proper color amber. And up top, at the front of the trailer, at the top, we have our clearance ID lights, and they are working properly, not bent, broken, or cracked, and they are the proper color amber. Okay, underneath our trailer, when coupled, at the rear of our tractor, we have our lights here. We want to check that they're working. They are our brake lights, red, our indicator lights, left turn, right turn, and our reverse light, which is white. Okay, over here at the front of the vehicle, we're going to check that our running light right here is securely mounted, it's free of debris, and it's the correct color amber. At the very front were our headlights. We're going to check that our headlights are not bent or cracked or missing, and that all of them are working. So we're going to check our left turn signal, right turn signal, headlights, high beams, low beams, running lights on both sides. That concludes, and this is a really long video, and I put a lot of work into this, guys, and I really appreciate you watching. And I should be getting my CDL tomorrow, and I hope you do too. I hope this helped. If it helped, please subscribe, because there's going to be much more trucking stuff. And I really love you mother truckers, I really do. So subscribe, and hope to see you later. All right, bye.